Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another episode. Let me know if the chat's working, people. Apparently the chat's bugging, which is just fucking typical. But let me know if it's working or not, people. But welcome back. Episode 1 of Capital Conflict. We've been meaning to set up the show for a while, and I've low-key timed it perfectly because my team's won. Thank the Lord. It's a rare home win. I think we have more home wins in the League Cup than we have in the league since the start of the year, which is crazy. But hey, last team standing, tough home tie against Newcastle that awaits, but hopefully we have a couple more players back by then. Big up to my guys, Henry and Northside as well. Everybody sub to their channels immediately. I think Northside is like 30 subs away from 5K. So if we can't do that on today's show, I'm going to be very disappointed in the chat. So everybody head over there and sub. And while you're at it, sub to Henry Wright's channel as well. I think you're on the road to 18K. So everybody head over there and make that road a little bit sweeter too. Links are in the title. And yeah, let's get into it. Henry, what are you telling me, my guy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Top of the league. Yeah, we're not in the League Cup, but we're shameless out here. Got you lot on Monday, which I think will be, can't believe I'm going to say this, an easy game for us. But, you know, we're out here. We're doing well. You two, well, you must be happy. Northside, I don't know, man. It's another cup thrown away. But yeah, we got everyone in the chat. Hope everyone's well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, big up the chat. I see you guys as well. It's working, which is all good. No issues, no nothing like that. Northside, my bro, another trophy thrown away, man. Also, big up as well. I hope you're doing well, even though I know your club is stressing you the fuck out right now. What are you saying, my guy?
Yeah, just want the club to get liquidated, to be honest with you. I'm sick of it. Just liquidate the club until we get ownership that actually care. These lot are reeling up some new merch just before we got slapped by West Ham. I'm sick of it, bro. Absolutely sick of it. Absolutely embarrassing. And yeah, man, bro. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Oh no, don't worry, no trouble here, my friend. No trouble because I didn't even watch the game. I was only getting the score lines up in the ground. 3-1 to West Ham, though. What the hell happened? Like from your perspective, because all I've seen is a little 3-minute highlights, and I know that ain't enough to really showcase how the game went. So, well, what the hell happened there? Because with the teams that have dropped out, Man United are gone, Spurs are gone, City are gone. Like I'm thinking from a Chelsea perspective, this trophy is winnable for us. From an Arsenal perspective, you guys would have been the outright favourites. Like what went wrong?
Everything. Estoy cansado. I'm tired, bro. I'm absolutely tired with this team. I'm tired with this manager. I'm just tired with all of it. Everything went wrong. They told me, just back at the Nketiah. He scored a brace against Sheffield United. He's going to kick on. Did he kick on 2 years ago when we were supposed to pip Tottenham to top 4 when he scored a brace against Chelsea? Did he kick on? No, he didn't. When he scored against Man United, did he kick on? No, he didn't. That filo da puta did nothing. Nothing, bro, for the whole game. Yeah, and the next day, Nketiah, Duchesne, we had Sully by the beach, Reece Nelson, doing nothing again. Yeah, running around, but all of a sudden, these days, it's enough just to run around. Yeah, we might as well put Emirates Athletics outside the Emirates because it's all about running around. It's not about end product. It's not about what you do. It's not about nothing else. As long as you run around, we run around. Reece Nelson, that filo da puta did nothing on loan, but he's the one we keep and we get rid of Balogun. That was linked to Chelsea, was linked to Italian clubs, was linked to all types of clubs. But we're going to keep Reece Nelson because he looks like Sully by the beach. We have to have a top boy, top 3. You know what I'm saying? We have to have top boy there, Sully and Duchesne. Trossard, bro, bags under his eyes like he was ready for Halloween. Looking like the uncle from the Adams family. That filo da puta did nothing. And I rate Trossard, but he did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Jorginho, bro, man's going to call him George. Because back in the day, when I saw Eno on the back of certain people's names of their shirts, they were ballers. But nowadays, Brazilians are giving out Enos like they're coupons. You know what I'm saying? This guy's a bum. That filo da puta did nothing, bro. Arsenal fans laughing at Mason Mount. I saw he's supposed to be playing CDM for us, and he's allowing people to just run past him, not even putting a tackle in. That filo da puta, he's finished. And I'm sick and tired of him. Yeah, then you got Havertz, the German Doctor Who, stepping into that phone box, teleportation mode, out for 90 minutes. The same Pukadi I've been saying. Man, you don't need to turn up. You don't need to turn up, bro. Just step into the box, teleport, do whatever you want.
What about Ghost to Guard?
What
about Ghost to Guard?
Finished.
One Direction guard. Listen, he was too busy being on the bench. Yeah, he's getting ready. You know what I mean? He's getting ready for his auditioning for the boy band. Because we've got boy bands here. Odegaard looks nice. Oh, he looks nice next to the new merch. Feel that book that. I don't care about the Jumanji kit coming out, the Anaconda kit. I couldn't care less. Win me something. Sick and tired of it. Fabio Vieira, that feel that book is not Portuguese. I'm Portuguese. Yeah? Man's got the passport there. I'm going to play Border Patrol because the lot and Fabio Vieira, all these next bums coming. We got a lot of borders. We got a lot of bums. Yeah? I'm going to check their passport at the border. Yeah? To Lisbon. You ain't access denied, feel that puta. What did you do? What did Fabio Vieira do? Nothing. Ben White looking like the Emirates B-Tech Jake Paul, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? With that George Michael trim. I'm sick and tired of that feel that puta. What did he do? Getting spun, headering it in the back of the goal. Kivior, he looks like them man outside the home base, putting their thumb out like this with the high vis next to the burger van, waiting for a job. Because your job definitely wasn't defending, because you weren't defending anything. You weren't defending anything, feel that puta. Get your high vis on and piss off back to home base, because I'm sick and tired of this guy. A man are trying to justify him to me against Sheffield United. Vai tomar no cu, só filho da merda. And Zinchenko, he looks like the kid from Stuart Little. No, but it's all right. Oh, he's inverted, goes into the middle, does nothing. Arsenal recycling plant. Just recycling. Havertz recycles to Zinchenko in the middle. He recycles it to Jorginho, then to Fabio Vieira. Bring your bottles, bring your cardboard boxes, give all your trash, because we recycle. We recycle the bums from Chelsea. We recycle the bums from Man United, like Welbeck. Oh, that guy Welbs. We're always recycling. Arsenal recycling plant.
Yeah, but Northside, no one cares about the League Cup.
Oh, but these men were twerking for the Community Shield. These men were twerking like it was carnival, like they were on a float on carnival for the Community Shield, flapping it about. I'd get that flipping Community Shield, yeah, and I'll do the WWE Attitude Era with a steel chair and smash it over their head because I'm sick and tired of it. I'm done with it.
Do you remember the concerto? You put the chair underneath their head and you smack them on the head with that, with a dinner plate.
The smack with the Emirates Cup or something.
Do you know what? Right, I've seen fans like Ghana come out. Obviously, we all know him. Big up to him.
Big
and
up.
obviously you and you as well, keeping it real. But other fans that are coming out that are twerking for the dinner plate Community Shield, and then when you lose the League Cup, it's but we've got bigger fish to fry. But then when it comes down to bigger fish to fry, nothing happens. Like he's what, 700 million down. You have got to win a major honour this season. You can't. That's the best opportunity. I'm annoyed that we went out on the second round, but now that City are not in it, United are not in it, right? Arsenal are not in it. Imagine if West Ham do Liverpool. It's only Newcastle and Chelsea in it.
They got Liverpool.
They got Liverpool away.
Oh, please. I don't think I ever saw West Ham more in my life.
Away, two of the big teams have gone because either Newcastle or Chelsea or West Ham or Liverpool. So, like, all jokes aside, that was Arsenal's best opportunity to win silverware in Arteta's reign. And when I don't get it because he comes.
Has anything changed at my club, bro?
And he just
Henry, I'm going to ask you a question. Has anything changed at my club? When Mourinho said that Wenger's a specialist in failure, FA Cups kept him in the job. This manager took over a toxic squad. Since he won the FA Cup, it's bought him 4 years, even though he finished 8th and 8th, which he should have got sacked for. Yeah, and now he's won the Community Shield. That's probably another top up. It's like a mortgage at Arsenal. As long as you win cups, the mortgage continues. You know what I'm saying? Just give him another 25 years.
I'd do some disgusting things for a cup. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I know, but with all due respect, yeah, I didn't grow up.
Yeah, I get it. We're Tottenham. I get it.
Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up with this. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this, bro. When I was growing up, bro, we're winning league doubles and stuff. I didn't sign up for this. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, what has changed, bro? There's no pressure. Did the players look like they had pressure? We're 3-0 down, and his manager's throwing on. He throw on Tommy Asu and Declan Rice when you're chasing a game. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, bro, to me.
Bro, the deeper thing was the starting lineup, because that's the only thing I really know is, but that midfield three, first off, Jorginho, Vieira, and Havertz, I don't think I've seen a more lightweight midfield three in my entire life. You could cut through that like a hot knife through butter. Then, like, I get maybe you have to rotate a little bit. I could play a bit of devil's advocate and say, Wednesday night kickoff. You're going to Newcastle on Saturday. It's maybe not the best in terms of scheduling, but you drop both Saka and Martinelli. You could have put one on, maybe take the other one, switch them for each other at half time or something, and they both have a decent amount of rest. You either underestimated it or you just wanted to throw the competition away again. And I don't understand that. At some point, you lot need to build this winning mentality into the team.
They don't care about the League Cup. It's simple. Arsenal do not care about anything other than not even the Premier League. It's just about getting that Champions League money. So what it's all about. Like,
the hypocrisy is,
you win the FA Cup, you get £4 million. You win the League Cup, you get, I think, £250,000. Why would Arsenal care about that?
Yeah, but they care about to banter your club. This is what I don't like, is moving the goalposts. When Tottenham talk about Pochettino, Arsenal fans dismiss him. Oh, but what did he win? What's Arteta won? But he can stay in the job, but we're building.
Do you know what as well? There was no different to when we finished runners up to Chelsea and you finished runners up to Man City. The only difference is you were on Missionary FC on top for 94%. Like, and then you fell off. Like, I don't get this. Like, everyone's like, me and Lee talk about this all the time. Like, you've got to win something. You have to. Like, let's be real. The Champions League, you come up against Real Madrid, City, it's curtains. Right? The League Cup, it was your best opportunity, and you went out and played a midfield of Shai Havertz, No Legs Jorginho, and Vieira. Up against a physical team like West Ham, who practically played their entire 11 other than their goalkeeper and their centre-back. Because West Ham take it seriously. And if David Moyes wins another trophy, that's shame on us. More than anyone, shame on us. Shame on you lot, Chelsea and Arsenal. This guy hasn't spent 700 million quid.
We want to face West Ham. That happens. I'm gonna just say
like,
that
we're talking about a guy that plays Brexit football, makes you want to pull your eyes out, and has just put 3 goals past an Arsenal team. That's unacceptable.
And it's a constant amount of times that this happens, because every year you don't take the Carabao Cup seriously. Like, Arteta could save himself a lot more goodwill just by winning that competition once. Now, I mean, not even in the eyes of, like, let's say you or Lee Gunner, but if we talk about the Arsenal fan base, if you win a trophy, you've given them something. You have won a trophy. You have achieved something. You're showing that you're at least taking the cup competition seriously. Well, what does getting eliminated from the Carabao Cup this early do for them? Especially when they haven't won the league yet.
We made about 5 changes. Now, Postecoglou's argument was, how am I going to see what these guys are like on the pitch if I don't give them minutes? And look, I don't agree with going out in the cup that early. But the only thing I will say is, those players that did feature in that game haven't featured at all. Dyer, nowhere near this 11. He went, you're not my centre-back. We got Van der Viking, a.k.a. Van der Ven at the back, and Romero. Eric Dyer is an absolute disgrace to this football club, and he's coming up to a testimonial. He saw him play once and was like, nah, see you later. This is Arteta's 10th cup now, or 11th cup, that he's gone in. Like the Europa League, like 3 cups last year, 3 cups the year before, 3 cups the year before that. We're in his 4th or 5th season, whatever it is. And there's no City, like, I'd be going guns blazing for it.
They're literally the strongest team in the competition as well. That's the craziest part.
And they've gone out and made how many changes against West Ham when you know they're a physical team? You know they're set up on the counter. You know, Kudus was looked like nutmeg mermaids last night. Arsenal's midfield is Bagel FC, mate. Nothing in the middle of the park. Why are you playing Jorginho and Shai Havertz?
Trying to control the midfield.
No core strength at all, bruv. That midfield is so weak. It's so weak. I want to see the Jules 1 in that midfield. I need a laugh.
These men are living off winning against Man City. I told these men, just because we won doesn't mean we played well. Our defense kept us in the game. We created nothing. We didn't really make anything for their keeper to stretch for. We made a lot of mistakes that we didn't pay for. They're closing us down. Poor distribution from our goalkeeper. We should have conceded at least 1 from the 3 mistakes he made. We're not connecting defense to attack very well. And this whole narrative about we're playing controlled football is bollocks. They have sat there. This fan base sat there and cussed Simeone, the way he plays. Mourinho, the way he plays. What's the difference to the way they play to how we play? They just play it more effective. We're not going at teams. We're not attacking them with numbers. We're not making runs. Havertz ain't making the runs that Xhaka did. Odegaard and Fabi Vieira are playing it very safe. As soon as
his first touch last night, I don't know if either of you have seen. I don't know if you've seen it. I mean, his first touch. Actually, I think it was you I watched. I think you shamelessly put it on Twitter or whatever. But that first touch, I'll tell you now, you ain't a professional footballer trying to control that. It's like you're wearing Timberland boots and you've got a bowling ball coming towards you. That is like, I reckon I can control that better, and I play Sunday League.
Do you know what, Henry? Yeah, and maybe you might feel like, oh, you know, you've maybe gone through more as a Tottenham fan. With all due respect, I've seen the last time we won the league, I was 12. I've seen myself get roasted in the playground, in first school, in primary school, secondary school. I've seen myself get bullied on MSN Messenger on my Nokia. I've seen myself get bantered on the BlackBerry Curve in the BB chat. This is how long I've been bantered, yeah? I've been roasted on the WhatsApp group, online on Instagram, on Facebook. Look at the, even through the social media that I'm talking about. Look at how much crap I've taken as an Arsenal fan. And people say, oh, you're angry. Or you're just trying to be like Lee Gunner. Bro, I was already angry before I even knew about Lee Gunner. All due respect to Lee, because that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? They call it, listen, my long lost dad. You know what I'm saying? They say he's my dad, cool. And my dad was never there. So listen, Lee, love. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, do you people realize how much crap I've had to, I'm not in my 20s, bro. I'm 31 years old. I've had to hold the smoke for so long. Yeah. And to Lewis's team as well. Baku. I don't forget that. One of my boys, he was a Chelsea fan. I wanted to bottle him with my pint of Stella. Yeah, because I was vexed. People needed a lift home. No one's getting a lift home.
You know what was mad as well? Even in your worst, in your pits, you still picked up 4 FA Cups in the last decade. Meanwhile, only until Ange turned up, the biggest star we've had in our stadium is Beyonce. Like, let's be real. Now Ange just turned up. All of a sudden, I'm in love with this football club again. I'm watching, you know, James Maddison find space in this single bed with Gemma Collins in it. Like, the guy's turning like there is unbelievable. Before that, we were in the pits, in the absolute pits. Champions League final. Ah, mate. It was over in 50 seconds, mate. Story of my life. Job done.
This is what I'm saying.
And the maddest thing is for you guys now, it puts so much pressure on that Newcastle game too, because you guys can't lose 2 in a row. The rotation has to have at least had an effect for that game. Because if you lose as well, then the question's going to be as well, what was the fucking point in making so many changes if you guys can't come and produce another performance at Newcastle away?
Lewis, we're losing it. It's very, very simple. Just because you change personnel doesn't mean the style of football has been implemented and the players understand what they're doing. Let's not make it seem, yeah, and I'm not saying you're saying this, but with Arsenal fans, when they try and tell me that, hold on, the football that we saw against West Ham, that's the football we played against Lons. That's the football that we played against Fulham that we drew. That's the football that we played against Chelsea, that we only turned up after, what, 70, 80 minutes? You know what I'm saying? We didn't turn up in the first half against Sheffield United. Yeah, and the only reason we packed them out is because they got nothing to offer and they're going down. This has been coming. So you can change personnel. You can put certain players in. The football looks identical because a manager alongside implemented. How can you, what manager goes into preseason like Arteta, plays the same football you did last season, start of the season, all of a sudden we're changing it. We're doing something completely different and nobody understands what's going on. The crap that's going on at Man United is going on with my club. It's the same thing. Yeah, and we're still going in with insisting that Havertz has to start, insisting that Nketiah is our second choice striker. You know what I'm saying? That Zinchenko isn't going to drop a stinker. You know what I'm saying? Because defensively he got spun by Kudos, absolutely spun. These are things we already knew, but you know what? Until the whole fan base says it, it's not fair to say it. If you say it, you're trying to be Ligana, you're trying to be negative, you're never happy, you don't have a girlfriend.
You can't see what Arteta's doing, you can F off down the lane. That's what I always say to Lee.
Toxic positivity, man.
That's it.
I see the same thing with Chelsea as well. If you have a good win but a bad performance, you can't say anything because it's our first win in a month. If you can't be happy now, when can you be happy? That's why, like, the one good thing about the three of us, like, say, is we're not allowing the standards to dip. But I think for the majority of the fan base, it's already a bit too far to even get to that point. Big up to Sean saying, Havertz looking like Jason from Top Boy. He's declined since leaving us. Didn't know it could get worse. Also, Ben Shite looking like Maj from Benidorm. Bro, I didn't think Havertz could get worse. I saw a 2-minute comp that did the rounds on Twitter. I've seen some awful comps from him in my lifetime. 3 years of watching this bum attempt to play football at Chelsea. I don't know what Arteta's doing or whatever the plan is, but that shit has failed, and it has failed miserably. And bro, quit while you're behind, because this shit is going to fuck your season up. And then it's going to fuck up all of the goodwill that he's already built over the last year or so, because you were 93% Premier League champions or whatever it was. And it's only going to make things even harder for you guys.
What can I say? What can I add to that? You know, I actually feel sorry for Lee, because becoming a content creator, and I see the crap that he has to deal with. I disconnected from this club. There was times I was just watching highlights. I disconnected. My cousin is a United fan. Lewis, you've met him. He is completely disconnected from the club, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I put a Man United match on. He comes past the living room. Oh, really? Is that the score? All right, cool. I'm going out. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? He just goes and does his own thing. He is disconnected, bro. People don't understand this. Like, I'm not saying that I expect Arsenal to win every Champions League and every Premier League, but bro, come on. We don't take the league serious. We don't take Europe serious. We don't take the cup serious. What am I watching football for? Why? All these Arsenal fans that are saying that I've got too high standards or I'm negative. Why are you wearing Jordans? Would Jordan be Jordan and get the Air Jordans if he was top 4, free hit? Oh, it don't matter about winning trophies. No, he wouldn't. How many players that were getting in the top 4 or not winning anything have got the same deals that Jordan has? So you wear.
Bro, you guys are meant to be the biggest club in London. Like, you guys have to have those standards. That's why I'm keeping it the same thing with us. If I knew Chelsea from like 20, 25 years ago, maybe I wouldn't be thinking that way, because we wouldn't have won a league title in 45 years or something. Like, you grew up with Arsenal definitely running London at that point. Probably came off them winning a double, or you would have seen it very early on in your childhood.
Now
Why
they
would
can't
you
even
feel like
run a
I've
bar.
seen them at this level? I always have to believe we should be aspiring to be at this level. I think the biggest thing with you now is that you're starting to have a generation of fans who are just used to top 4 being a success.
Man, someone just
bring up Lee's comment in the chat about 31 years.
31 years, no League Cup. 30 years, no Cup in Europe. 20 years, no title.
Until that, and Lee,
fucking hell.
Scaring me.
31 years without the League Cup.
It's mad.
What the f?
We ain't
So
won
you
an
literally
FA
ain't
Cup.
seen a League Cup in your lifetime?
Yeah, you think that's bad? You think that's bad? I haven't seen an FA Cup in my lifetime. I've seen the last time we won a League Cup, 2008. I was 12. I was 11. 11 years old, bro. You've seen 2 champs, 2 Europas, Prems. You got more silverware.
Yeah, I had it good in my childhood, actually. The more I deep
Listen, you think that's bad? Like, I've told Lee, and I've told people time and time. I would do someone. Pause. There's a big pause before I say this. I would do some disgusting things for an FA Cup, let alone a champs or a Prem. Like, honestly,
no, I'm the same with the Carabao Cup even now.
I think honestly, if I say what I want to say, we'll get demonetized. So listen, pause. You don't want to. Some of the things that I listen, just to get my hands on an FA Cup, let alone like a Premier League or a Champions League. But Ange Postecoglou's bowled up, and he's got us playing well, and we haven't gone and spent 6, 7, 8, 9, £1 billion.
You didn't even need a process to get
We sold our best player, who's going out to Germany, hitting halfway line David Beckham settings, right? Other than Son, Sadio Mane's hairline, nothing up front. A couple of injuries at the back, and it's curtains. It's absolute curtains. But we somehow playing the best football in the league, and we've spent barely any money, bro. Give Ange 700 million. Give Ange $1 billion. I'll put my neck out on the line. And me and Lee have got so many wages going on, it's unreal. But I'll put my neck out on the line. You give Ange 700 M's, we'd win a title.
Well, probably. If you're doing this with a squad that everyone was laughing at,
1,000%. You bring in, put 80 million on the table.
Process is trust progress.
Yeah, exactly. And look, everyone said to me last year, but these players can't play out from the back. These players aren't good enough. Basuma's not good enough. Look at Basuma now. Look at Romero now. We brought a goalkeeper.
On Basuma in like 2-3 games.
Well, listen. Basuma this season, like, I know he's had a bit of a wobble with the red card and all that, but Basuma's been one of the best players in the league. We should have bought James Maddison 5 years ago, but we haven't gone out and spent hundreds of millions. We sold our best player we've had since Gareth Bale. In my opinion, without a doubt, still, I don't care about Haaland, stat padding against flipping Bournemouth and that. Harry Kane's the best number 9 in the world, right? We sold that guy to Bayern Munich. Didn't even replace him. We brought in Brennan Johnson. All right, a good signing, okay signing. Arsenal are dropping 100 M's on Declan Rice, Timber, Kai Havertz. Chelsea out here doing £1 billion. Like, our net spend in the January transfer in the summer window was £41 million. We spent £41 million of our own money. So why like, this not annoys me when they say, oh, but Tottenham can't compete. We can't compete. Newcastle have just hired the same architects that built our stadium because they can see that the stadium brings in money. Now we just need to spend this money. Like, we've got all the UFC deal, you know, WrestleMania or SummerSlam's coming in 2 years to London, right?
Huh?
Yeah, that's low key. That'll be coming out soon, bro. I'm telling you.
What, the Tottenham
He's
stadium?
got his fingers in more pie. Listen, this guy's got his fingers
Hey,
in porn.
we get to see some gold lifted at Tottenham. Let's
Yeah,
go.
at least we might see a couple of belts. Because, like, unless he gives him the money. Like, look, in the last 12 months, we've had rugby, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Formula One. Put some money in the team, bro. Give Ange 700 million. You'd see a completely different Tottenham. I'm telling you that now.
You have to for that money. Especially the way you started.
Now, if we're up there in January, still up there, go and drop 200 million in January. Go and put 80 million on the table. Go and get Ivan Toney. There's your number 9. Bring in another centre back. Go and put 50 million on the table for Tap Soba, and then go and bring another midfielder. Why not?
Well, you man are just gonna take all of our targets.
Well, that's what we've got to be serious. If we're playing, if this guy's been in not even 5 minutes, and we've just nicked Aston Villa's director of football, who brought in Diaby, Watkins, Buendia, Cash, Kamara, all these good players. But Aston Villa were in the Championship 5 years ago. They've now overtaken us. Brighton were in the Championship 7 years ago. And Newcastle, all these teams have overtaken us. So now you've got to put your money where your mouth is and go and back this team. Because if you don't, Philip Senderos,
will go one or two ways. Either they do that, or they'll be like, Ange can make anything work with these players. So there you go.
Listen, bro. I've been saying this, and we are 2 or 3 injuries away from a crisis. You get an injury to Maddison, it's curtains. We've got less flipping signal than Tesco Mobile, mate, in that midfield. You got nothing. No one's playing the ball in behind other than Maddison. If someone gets injured, who's putting the ball in the back of the net? If we get an injury to Romero or Van de Ven, we've got no defence. It falls apart. And if our goalkeeper gets injured, listen, Fraser Forster, mate, listen, it's not even worth the conversation. So, as much as we are doing well, that's why we've got to go and spend money. We're a couple of injuries from a crisis.
Yeah, to be fair, you don't have to worry about too much right now, though, because with one game
you
a
say
week,
that though, one injury, one injury is like, bro, it's curtains.
It's very unlikely. Like, it would have to be a freak accident or something.
Well, you say that though. Look at Timber. 1 game in, does his ACL. Look at Nkunku.
Yeah,
1 game in.
Is that a freak accident or was that a bad tackle? I don't even recall.
Bad tackle. 1 game. Look at Nkunku. 1 game in, does his ACL. Imagine right now if James Maddison does his ACL, he's out for the rest of the season.
That's mad.
That's
why I don't get Tottenham fans saying they got the Tottenham back. Like, what does that even mean?
Our Tottenham back's what? Losing finals?
Bro, that just means some semi-decent football. That's it.
No, but I saw Tottenham play good football with Redknapp. I saw Tottenham play good football with Poch. Like, what is this having our Tottenham back? Is having our Tottenham back only playing good football? And I'm not saying, Henry, you said that. This is what I see from Tottenham fans online. And I'm thinking, nah, bro, like, I'm never just happy with good football. I want to win. Like, to say, yes, you're happier with the football you're playing, fair enough. You can be happier with that. But at the same time, let's not make it seem like the ownership behind this manager is the same ownership behind Poch. And if they didn't back Poch that got to a Champions League final, which is questionable if Ange will ever do that, because it is a big job, you know what I'm saying? Because they're never ever backed the way they should be backed to win major honours, I would still be on their necks. And I feel like Arsenal fans, a lot of Tottenham fans that I see online have short memories. Yeah, as soon as the football looks okay, or as soon as you're winning a couple of games, it's like, oh, we're back. It's like, we're back to what? What are we back at? What are we back to doing? I seen even in Arsene Wenger's demise in the last 10 years, I saw good football at times, but we weren't winning anymore. So why do I care about good football? Of course, ideally, I want to see good football. I want to be entertained, but I want to win. If I solely want to be entertained, I'd go to Cinemax and watch one of the Avenger movies or something. Do you know what I mean? It's not just about entertainment. The end goal is to win trophies. And that's what annoys me with Arsenal fans. And when I see that from Tottenham fans, you know, I always say to Man United fans, I'm more angry than you because I've been in the doldrums longer than you. Your fan base should be even angrier than us because of all due respect, you've been in the doldrums longer than us.
We've been in the doldrums since 1961.
My mum wasn't born. My mum was born in 1966.
There you go. Do you know what it is as well? Like right now, I actually feel that we're in the best position we've been in a long time because they've brought in a director of football, they've brought in a good manager, and they've made good signings. But this has to continue. We can't now not sign anyone in January and then have a bad season, a bad window in the summer. Like, you look at Man City, even in their bad windows, they're still bringing in Doku. They're still bringing in this player, that player, Calvin Phillips. Like, we just got to put the foot on the gas now. Like, Arsenal, whether we like it or not, and we don't like their manager, they've given him a lot of money, man. £700 million. If we did that, we've never done that ever. I think we gave Poch 400 over.
Didn't Poch have a year with no transfers?
Yeah. We set a
What
record.
year was that? Was that the year we made the
history.
UCL final? Am I wrong?
What'd you say, sorry?
Was that the year you guys made the UCL final?
Yeah, I mean, our away form, we lost we didn't win an away game for 12 months.
Oh,
But the
fuck.
Champions League, like the Champions League campaign was essentially paper over the cracks because that season was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious.
I remember a bad away record, but I didn't think it was 12 months bad. I thought
Yeah,
it was like
Mourinho come in, first game of the season, first game of his reign under manager, and we beat West Ham 3-2 away. And we were 3-0 up. They got a couple of goals back, and I was like, here we go, here comes Spursy. But the thing is, this season, so far as of yet, obviously we could get slapped to Chelsea, even though it's not going to happen. But
maybe.
listen, listen.
Never know.
If we lose to you
1-0.
lot, if he turns up, right, to his old ground, I will be beyond sit. Listen, this camera's going out the window. If he real talk, if he turns up to Tottenham, give it this 3-point lane crap. If he turns up, knowing that you got slapped by Brentford last week, a little paper over the cracks against Blackburn and beats us. Listen,
Never know. Little decisive header.
Roman Reigns Superman punch to the chin to Postecoglou if we lose.
Like, if this is something that turned up against Arsenal, you're up for a fight. Because that first 80 minutes, bro, Chelsea were.
Yeah, but you lot are in the pits. You lot have won more League Cup games in the last month than you have Premier League games.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually true. Oh my god. No, I think it's level.
No,
sorry,
you won two of each.
Yeah, 2 of each. Thank the Lord.
No
home wins.
You're in the pits. We've played Postecoglou. Will be unbeaten 3 years tomorrow. 53 games unbeaten at home. If we break that record to you lot,
really?
53 games, he hasn't lost at home.
That. I'm going to have to remember.
Man United at home. We've beaten Fulham at home. We've beaten Liverpool at home. If we lose to you, honestly, bro, that will be like 10 out of 10 fuming.
Well, you guys, I expect, will be dominating possession. I don't expect you guys to sit
Missionary
back.
FC, mate. We're going to be on top from minute 1.
Bro, from what Poch said, that's what he wants. He don't like the low block. Like, we learned out the hard way.
Neither do we, though. We're struggling with it.
Hey, I think we're going to set up in that way. So,
listen,
I don't know. I'm not going to say we're going to smack you, but a little 1-0 or something, maybe. There's potential. We just need to not do any stupidness at the back. That's all.
No,
get the lead.
Maddison's going to have acres of space. You know, man like James Mascoigne, and he's just.
But Thiago Silva's going to be there blocking every single pass.
He needs a retirement home. He's like 50. Like,
yeah. If we played the high line, I hear it. But when it's the deep block, all that guy has to do is
you can be, Mandingo settings 12 inches deep, bro. I don't care. We are going to win that game, and I reckon 3-0.
Man said 3-0.
3-0.
A 3-0.
Yeah,
Nah.
I reckon. Bro, you can see 2 to Brentford. Yeah, Undertaker settings. 21-1. I don't care about Lesnar. We are slapping you lot.
No, we have to win, bro. We gotta
Bro,
win.
you
man.
lost the
Just for the
Brentford at
disrespect, the
home.
man said 3-0.
Yeah. 100%. Listen, we are gonna slap you lot. I'll tell you that now.
We haven't lost 3-0 yet this season. No, we haven't. Nah, no chance.
Yeah, exactly. And we ain't scored 3 goals at home for the first time under Ange. If we can't get us up for that, take a couple of blue pills in a dressing room, get everyone steaming, and get out there. This manager, your manager, has gone to a football club that you lot sing every single game before. We hate Tottenham. We hate Tottenham. We hate Tottenham. Just like Arsenal do, right? He is the only manager in our history that put us in a Premier League title race. He got us to a Champions League final, and you've gone to them. I hate Chelsea more than any football club in Europe. Forget Arsenal.
Even Arsenal.
100%. They've been the bigger brother that's always bullied us.
Fans that hate us more. Thank you. You've given me a lot of vindication.
Arsenal have always been the bigger brother that's bullied us. You lot have turned up out of absolutely nowhere in 2004 when Abramovich should have bought us, right? He went, I want that over there. He turns up at your place. He brings in Trophy Mourinho, who absolutely destroys the league. And then from then, you've won more trophies than anyone in the league other than Man City. No chance. Absolutely no. Chelsea are and your fans, not you in person, but half of your fan base, they're
we're unbearable, isn't it?
Hits of football fans.
We
and
could
I know
be
half our
that
fans
will still be chanting Champions of Europe and all of that.
Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. Yeah, that's fine. You sit down in 12th. That's calm. You sit down in 12th.
I don't even know if we're 12th. I've stopped looking at the table, bro.
Yeah.
Like, until we get a run of wins, I'm not looking at it. It's pointless. I'm just going to be depressed.
Seriously, bro, if you beat us.
But what you underestimate is the number one thing that Loki pisses me off about this club as well. We will be dog shit for about 3-4 months, and then Tottenham come round the corner. Suddenly everyone starts pumping steroids and we produce our best performance.
You can have Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Stone. Listen, you can have the flipping Animal and Hawk, cheeky couple of bumps before you go down the ramp. We're beating you.
The only thing that worries me about this game genuinely is probably just our finishing. Because I really think the game's going to go in a way that does suit us. It's just, I expect the midfield to do well. Will we bury our chances? I know exactly what my club is on. Like, we are impotent as fuck. We didn't even look good yesterday, if I'm being totally honest. We didn't look good. Sterling was dog shit until he scored. Jackson was just he won it. He won it. It was just Cole Palmer. That's it. Cole Palmer's been the only guy that's consistently turning up.
Giraffe, like Daddy Longleg or whatever that geezer scored on TikTok. That's who he looks like.
Who?
Search up Daddy Longleg. That's who Cole Palmer.
Daddy Long Neck.
Yeah, his neck's longer than my future.
All right, let me have a look.
That's who Cole Palmer is.
What the fuck is that?
It's Cole Palmer, bro.
No. I'll put it up on the big screen for you guys. What the?
This is Cole Palmer. You see the size of that geezer's neck?
Oh,
bro, he is pissed to be dressed.
His neck's got a neck.
Nah, man.
That's Cole Palmer.
I'll be real though. I wouldn't mind him like on the back post for a corner and all of that.
When you see James Madison,
a lot of aerial threat,
spraying it about like Prime Banksy, and you got Basuma, Sasa Torre, Rolls Royce Romero, mate, it's curtains. I just can't see it, and I know I know a half our fan base is deluded, and we're all tapped and clapped and cracked, but I just can't see how Postecoglou loses a 53-game unbeaten home run to your lot when you are in the pits.
I can, because that's so Tottenham.
That's what I was going to say. That's so Spursy. I can't lie, man.
Listen, I'll be absolutely seething.
That might be one of the best away days I've ever done if that happens. Especially with how shit we are right now. Like, our record in the league's not been good. To be honest, our away record's not that bad. Our away record isn't that bad. Maybe there's a little something. But I know we are.
Be honest. Like, what? How do you feel about going into the game?
Same as the Arsenal game. Cautious optimism. Like, I know what we're capable of. I just know our game management is atrocious. I know we don't finish a lot of chances. And as soon as we go 1-0 up, Poch will probably take the sting out of everything and take our strikers off the defenders. So like, we're capable of it, but there's also a lot going against us for this match. And I know your players will be up for it. I know your fans will be up for it with Poch's return. So just don't concede first. I think that's a very easy game plan. If we concede first, we're finished.
I think they're going to say, listen, just run in behind. There'll be space. Son on your bike, one ball over the top. It's curtains.
I don't know. This will be a very big game for the likes
and
of
just play
Maddison
that
and Son.
Stinky counter attack, and just tell Mudryk to get out as wide as he can and get in behind. Then I think it will be a tough game. The thing is, as well, like, admittedly, we've won. We've beat Fulham. We beat Palace. We beat Luton. We have missed a hell of a lot of chances. Like,
welcome to Chelsea, bro. That's like our bread and butter. I think there's a 9-minute comp of missed chances for this season already with us. Like, that's the thing that concerns me. We will play well, but will we bury it? I don't know, man. I don't know what we're on that regard. If it's not Cole Palmer, nobody's consistent. Nobody's consistent at all. Jackson's got to work on his everything. In all honesty, just everything. Mudryk, I just hope he's fit. Like, he's been out the last 2 games and nobody's explained why. We don't know what he's out with. We don't know how long he's out for. All we know is it's a knock, but he can't even be on the bench.
You don't think he'll go with the same lineup against Blackburn Rovers?
No, if anything, I want the same lineup as against you guys. Just put Reece James in. Like, I believe Jackson will come good. He ain't ready yet. He's not on any sort of confidence. He looked atrocious yesterday. I wouldn't play him. I'd play Cole Palmer up top again. Cole Palmer, Sterling, Mudryk, Jackson, fucking Enzo Caicedo. I'd put Gallagher back in. I think this will be the sort of game that suits him. James, Cucurella, one of Colwill or Disassi or Silva. I'll probably do Disassi and Silva, seeing as we're going to do the deep block thing. I'd rather do that. And yeah, Sanchez. I think that would be our best potential lineup, but so lots of ifs. I feel that game, though, we can frustrate Tottenham.
You need to be asking questions of Davies and Romero. You know, Romero kind of reminds me of Gabriel. He's always got the ability to be a bit rash or do something silly. And yeah, man, you got to ask questions of him. Them two are the ones I would target. I think Sar's been doing well. Maybe ask questions.
I think your doggy's back. So the back 4 will be Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, you doggy. I don't think Davies will be in.
No?
No.
I don't know, man. I still feel like this defense can get got at, man. Like, I feel like the Tottenham defense is calm, but I don't rate that defense that highly. I'll be honest with you.
Van der Ven's a good sweeper, though. Really good sweeper.
No, I'm not convinced, bro. I'm not convinced with this Tottenham defense. I cannot lie to you, bro. Like, Van der Ven is good. Romero, to me, has got that rash ability. You just got to keep, making him mock multiple guys, get some runners running off of him and stuff. And he's got a rash decision in him. Porro, I saw him at Sporting. I'm still not convinced with Porro, if I'll be honest.
He's good at going forward, though.
But that's like Zinchenko, man.
I actually think he can defend to a degree. He's improved massively under. If you're talking about the Porro and the Conte, yeah, it was stinky. It was awful defensively. But he's actually been all right, to be fair, in the last few games. The weakness we've got is, for me, is if we don't, we start slowing games. That's we don't score until like late in the first half, and then second half we come in. If Chelsea get hypothetically, if you get a couple of goals in the first half, we ain't coming back.
Yeah, but I'm here with that, but I'd also just be worried about the game management. I think we've conceded the most goals in the last 15 minutes in games.
Yeah, that's where it'll be our strength, because we've scored. I think only Arsenal have scored more than us in the 75th minute plus. We've had a late winner,
two against us in the last 15. Great.
Yeah, we've had 2 late winners against Sheffield United, a goal against Burnley, a goal against Liverpool. In like the 95th minute, like we score more.
We love conceding a late goal. We love it.
Do you know what? I'd give anything for a 1-0, like and it would be an own goal from Thiago Silva.
Well, you can't just have one of your players just score. It has to be one of
No,
ours.
it has to be that 40-year-old man.
Why him?
I don't know. Why not him?
What did Silva ever do to you?
I know the geezer used to be a Rolls Royce, but come on, like your time's done now. Hang your boots up.
Man said used to be. Man said used to be, bro. This guy's still class. Just don't play him in a high line, and it's all good.
It's a high line and Son's in behind. There's no.
That ain't happening.
I actually want Reece James to play.
Should be on heavy sus watch if I saw that, but I know the guy's too pragmatic for it. The guy's always.
I want you to play James as well.
Yeah, James will play.
Joey W. Henry Wright's just being a prick. What have I just said that's being a prick?
The Silva thing was
don't get triggered, brother. Don't get triggered. This was one of my panelists. Don't get triggered, brother. Come on, man.
If James is playing, I think Johnson will get in behind every single time.
The Silva one was cheeky though, Henry, because how long were you lot holding on to Lloris? You know what I'm saying? He was
of course, he should have gone 4 years ago.
That's a cheeky one, man. I
still holding on to Dyer. We're holding on to Dyer to be alive.
That Dyer, man. What that must say, that guy, bro. I'm telling you, this. I don't know. Listen, make Tottenham resort to their bench because that bench reminds me of Arsenal's bench.
We'll have Bentancur back as well. Bentancur could play.
I was in the first game back. Did he not shot?
He come on for 10 minutes. He actually looked like he looked decent. If we've got, give it a couple of more weeks because he hasn't played any football. But when we've got a fully fit Bentancur, Basuma, and Maddison, that midfield is for me is like there's serious problems can be created there. I think he'll be on the bench. I think it will be Sarr, Basuma, and Madders. But when he's back fully at 100%, he's going to cause problems. Big up to Danish Maldini as well.
And to be honest, midfield, I'm not really that concerned anyway. Gallagher, Enzo, and Caicedo is a great match.
Gallagher's getting sent off.
He is not getting sent off. He's much better defensively than he was last season.
He's getting sent off.
As long as you guys don't press him, like a little 3-on-1 press, he'll be fine.
They press him, they're going to be all over him. They're going to be like a teenager going through a flipping divorce.
Wait till you see when you man are on the ball. He's going to be pressing you lot with the same intensity.
Basuma can't be pressed. This guy walks through the floor and doesn't need footsteps.
Gallagher will tell. I'll be very interested to see that battle.
There's only one winner. If this was Chelsea 4 or 5 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, we're getting smoked. But now I just think like, I just listen. You're a massive.
It's because we fucked the game with you guys last season. Because if you guys hadn't beaten us, then you'd still be a bit concerned about your record. But Ollie twist and turn, flipping outside of the ballon de foot, straight in the top corner, mate. He couldn't hit a bar door before that. Brother, beating Chelsea last season is nothing to flex. That's the furthest thing I've ever seen from Chelsea.
Yeah, but to us, that's like something.
Bro, I remember like we went 1-0 down and that fucking dickhead Potter thought, right, I have Aubameyang, Mudryk, and Madueke on my bench, and we're 1-0 down. Let me bring on Mount, and then I'll bring on Zakaria. Then when we go 2-0 down, I'll bring on Oba just so you lot can boo him for a little bit. Because of the Arsenal leg. That guy was a dickhead. He threw the game away for us. This one, I was going to say I'd be a bit more optimistic about the substitutions, but actually I'm fucking not. Our bench is hideous the more I do, but our bench ain't great either.
Do you know what I think as well? Richarlison scoring against you lot.
No, fuck off. No.
I'm not even mugging it.
Richarlison is not scoring against us.
I think he will.
You could have just said Son or Maddison, and it would have been.
Oh no, this is why I think. All jokes aside, I think it's gonna be very tight first 20 minutes. Like it will be. I don't think you guys have conceded that many goals. I think you're on 10 or 11. It will be tight, but I think set pieces. I don't know. I've just got a feeling Richarlison's going to score from a set piece and it's going to open the floodgates, and you're going to come at us, and we're going to get a second and a third.
I don't know what's more unrealistic. That Paul just a fucking Richarlison goal.
You watch Richarlison bag, and we win 3-0 now.
For Richarlison,
you better be turning up for the fan cam. You don't get slapped. If you don't get slapped, you better be turning up outside. I'll come over to the Chelsea end.
Bro, you know we're linking up after the game anyway. You know what it is. Like, even whether we win 1-0 or lose 7-0, I'll be there. I never go hiding. Even if some of our players do. Even if our manager does sometimes. I don't.
For you, though, do you think if you beat us, like, I know you've got a disgusting run of games. I think you've got Brighton, United,
After
City.
you lot, it's City, Newcastle, Brighton, United.
Like, how do you look at... Because you got Man City on Sunday. So you play us on the Monday, then you got City 6 days later. Like,
hey, bring it. It is what it is. Like, we got to go through these teams and we want to be at that level. So it is an inexperienced squad. They are young and all of that. But here is the level. You lot better learn what it is to play at this level every week. So hurry up and get me some wins. Like, I'll approach all those games with cautious optimism. A man said this Man City team lost to Wolves. So we can get a result against them. You guys, we can get a result against you. Newcastle, you lot better get a result against them because we're playing them in the cup in a month. United, I'm sick to death of us never beating Manchester United. We constantly, year in and year out, play the worst Manchester United team I've ever seen. And every year they get worse. And every year we still don't.
If you can't beat them now with Max Brannan in charge, you're never going to beat them.
Bro, we haven't won at Old Trafford in a decade. Last time we won there, Mata was in a Chelsea shirt. Not even in a United shirt. That's how.
He's not even in a United shirt. He's in Turkey now, isn't he?
Yeah, like, whatever Mata's doing, man, look after yourself. Big up and all of that. But, bro, it's been that long. 10 years ago was the last time we won at Old Trafford. The last time we beat United in the league, I think, was 2018. Like, just in general, home and away. So break that fucking duck for a start too. Brighton, they'll play in a way that suits us. So I feel a bit more optimistic for that game. That's the one I feel the most optimistic for. But go there and just don't play like dickheads. And if you lose, whatever. Like, I'm not going to say sell any of the players. They still need more time. But play to the standard. You clearly showed you could do that against Liverpool. You showed you could do that against Arsenal. So you can play against the big teams. So play against them. Don't be scared. That's how you lower the mentality of it.
Do you think, like, do you think if Tottenham were to bring in a couple of players and go, and do you think we could get back into the top 4, push the top 3? Because half our fan base, and I know
top 4 contenders.
You think we'll get top 4?
You're contenders. I don't know whether you will, but like, you're already playing good football. You might strengthen in January. You've got 1 game a week. There's a lot of things in your favor. So, like, yeah, I wouldn't say title contenders. That shit's a different question. But top 4, yes, definitely.
You give us Ivan Toney, and then
No. Keep your hands off.
I've never seen so many teams. He's gonna have like 15 teams fighting over him, mate.
It's crazy. When this is what I was advocating for the last transfer window. Just go in and get him over the line. Once his ban is done, then he comes straight.
He's gonna be like, you know, he's gonna be like the last lady in the red light district available. Everyone's fighting over. That's what he's gonna be like.
Does your club win bidding war?
Yeah, she's going up 5, 6, 7, 800 pounds by the hour.
But Henry, the problem is
be the real winners of that.
Yeah, but mine and Henry's club don't win bidding wars. We don't win bidding. We don't get into.
We don't even compete in a bidding war. We show our face.
It's the only thing we're good at. It's the only thing we're good at. We turn into Real Madrid in the Champions League knockout stages when it gets to the window. That's why I'm counting down the days for it. I know, regardless of where we're at, we'll just outbid everybody. That's it.
Yeah.
Do the whole amortization thing because we're still out of Europe, so we can run the whole 7-year contracts and all of that. And hopefully it gives us a bit of leverage.
It's mad. Egal, Northside, smile if you're Arteta in. Bro, don't make me go moody again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be moody, bro. I'm really perceived as moody because my club don't win nothing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there's nothing to smile about, bro. You know what I mean? When it comes to football, there's nothing to smile about. But big up to Egal anyway. Big up to you, bro.
Yeah, big up to Egal, my G. Big up to Ilya as well, saying Reese owns Tottenham's. Tottenham, I'm guessing you're saying Tottenham. You will be calling him daddy by the end of Monday. Bro, I'll be real, after this stream, I need a win. I need a win. Like, I keep deep in how low we've sunk with how easily the rivals speak about going up against Chelsea. We need a fucking win. The last time we beat a Big Six team was, I think, Tottenham back in February 2022 when Ziyech scored that banger. That's the last time we beat a Big Six.
Yeah, left peg, top bins.
Ever since then, we lost Roman, we got sanctioned, we nearly got liquidated, we've come back, we finished 12th, we beat Cancer and Kai Havertz and Mason Mount, and we still haven't beaten a Big Six team. Hurry up.
Nah, ain't changing
There's
on
plenty
Monday
of
either,
opportunities.
This,
if
this
you not get pammed, like let's say hypothetically you get pammed, like 3, 4, is that how does that change anything on your season at all?
No, just don't let Poch back in the coach. Leave him there.
Because I think losing to us
Fine,
would
yeah.
hurt more than any other team in the league, and losing to us bad. Like
The reasons for it would put a lot of pressure on whoever did it, because do you know what Chelsea fans are like? We're obsessed with Tottenham. There's one thing that will lose you a lot of goodwill is you fuck up against Tottenham. It's happened so many times. Sorry, the first time fans started turning was when we lost our 3-month unbeaten run to you lot at Wembley. Conte, more people turned on him after he fucked our home record against you guys. I think we were unbeaten like 28 years at home to you lot, and then there was the Dele Alli double.
The Eric Dyer absolute.
Potter as well. Tottenham.
I don't pick that guy up, but that's a serious pass, and Dele Alli just finished that like it was nothing.
Yeah, bro, I didn't even see the pass live. I turned around, Dele Alli's already 1-on-1. I was right next to your fans as well. That was a miserable fucking day, bro.
Is that when Ericsson? Do you remember when Ericsson scored? Is that the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Ericsson always bagged the goal against us, to be fair. But yeah, that Wembley game, that was the first time fans started turning on Sarri. You cannot fuck up that game. You cannot.
Is that on the whole way down the right hand side and come across David Luiz.
Yeah, and Jorginho.
Oh, thank God.
He ran through the pair of them.
Like Jorginho was trashed in.
Yeah, it hasn't really changed.
For both of you guys, yeah, what would be acceptable for what position would save your manager this season?
Top 5.
Well, so that's if England teams do well in Europe. If not, it's 4th.
Oh, then top 4. Okay. Like my aim is for this season, get us back into the Champions League. Then next season, based on that and another good window, we should be ready to contend for the title. That's where it should be.
Back in the champs. I agree.
Henry, I mean, your fan base seemed the more happier out of the two clubs with your current manager. If he finishes 5th, would you keep him in the job?
Oh, 100%. We have to, because it would like if he finishes 5th with no money, like I don't know what people are expecting. If they give him like 200 million, and where we are now, and then drop down to 5th with no Europe, then it's a different conversation. But I think like the thing is, as a football fan, there's always that hope in the back of your mind, like we're top of the league, like could we? Like it could be.
Smile at work. All I'm seeing is these Spurs fans so happy. We're top of the league. And look, I can see it in Henry's face.
Like, there's always that little chance. It's like, could we? Like, because I'd be the most shameless. Like, honestly, I'd be a different level. But I think if we were to finish 4th, I think 99.9% of Tottenham fans would be happy with that. But if we get back into the Champions League, we've then got to go and spend. I don't want to see Giovanni Lo Celso, Longley, Long Gap, whatever you want to call them, coming in. You know, I want to see Tapsoba, Tony, Tosin Adarabioyo, players of quality that are going to change us. Because
in the summer, you might need a number 9. If you haven't got that sorted by then, we could help you out with that.
Listen, bro, I'd rather you up front. Or if we're not going to go and get Tony, go and get Santiago Jimenez, the Mexican forward at Feyenoord.
Oh yeah, he's sourcing over there.
He's disgusting. Like half a chance. Then promote Jamie Donnelly from the academy, right? Let him learn from Mascoigne. Go and get another centre back. Go and get another forward, and you're cooking with gas.
But do you believe your club will do that? Because
you
guys have reminded me of my club last season. Oh, just be happy. We're top of the league. And then we go into January and my club doesn't do what needs to be done. Everyone loads it up. Kivior and Trossard. Oh, it's a 10 out of 10 window. There's still holes. And this is the thing I'm seeing about with your club. You're playing very good football. I'm going to take it away from you. You are. But the fact that you're relying on your starting 11, even though you're concentrating on the league, I'm telling you, bro, this is worrying. The fact that your club has not gone out there and replaced Harry Kane, that should have already been sorted. Just like with us. We saw last season, I saw it even before last season, Eddie Nketiah as a number 2 is not good enough. We should have went out there and got an Ivan Toney, if not an Osimhen. Pay the money. Your club has got good money for Harry Kane at the age that he's left, not replaced him. Cool, your manager's doing well. But we've never seen that with you. You guys, it's weird. It's like your club is backed managers like Conte and Mourinho more than someone like Poch. And maybe things are a little bit different, but I don't see it being different because your ownership is getting away with it in terms of your fan base online. The majority of your fan base online are very happy. None of them are calling out that Harry Kane hasn't been replaced. None of them are calling out like you've called out that Maddison, if he's injured, Maddison that I wanted, you don't have a replacement. If Basuma gets injured, who have you got that's like for like? Your defense is still very shaky. Let's keep it real. Your centre-back options is very, very shaky. And it reminds me of Arsenal. As the going's good, a lot of the fan base is happy.
Yeah, as soon as a couple of losses creep in, that's it.
But when the clubs see that as the general consensus online, they're like, well, we don't need to do anything. Because we saw that with Arsenal. Oh, we just get Trossard, that's it. Even though we need multiple other positions, the fan base online seem happy. And that actually works to the detriment of your club. Do you believe with Levy? I mean, as a Tottenham fan, as an Arsenal fan, I don't believe in him because I don't even believe in the Cronkies. But as a Tottenham fan, do you believe that your ownership will do that when they're seeing so many Tottenham fans happy?
No chance. Listen, unless he spends, unless if we finish like in the Europa League, yes, it would be a step up from not finishing in Europe. But right now, if Europa League would be there's half our fan base is coming out saying we're going to win the league.
Oh, this is too early for this.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're only 28 games away from that golden trophy. That's what people like.
28 games. That's 28, 90 minutes. A lot can
I know
change.
it is. I know, but like I said, there's always that little bit of hope, but 99% reality, we're not winning the league. I think
look at the steps towards it. That's like there's just nobody
getting the Champions League.
In it.
Go and spend the money.
No. Don't fall for it, bro. Trust me. At a time, we were 10 points clear of City. Yeah, and they clawed it back. This is why when these Arsenal fans get gas, I'm like, bro, not only can I already see, regardless, that Man City can catch up, bro, I'm telling you right now, Tottenham fans, these are, and I'm not saying you, because it's the first time I'm meeting you, but a lot of Tottenham fans were laughing at Arsenal last season. We were top of the league for 98% of the league, and we bottled it. Like, a lot of Tottenham fans, yeah, they need to assess what's been going on. We've seen one of the best Liverpool teams we've ever seen in our generation going up against Man City and being near enough perfect and bottle it. This is why I get so angry with my club, because I know what the levels are. Do you know what I mean? So you can see holes in your team. You can see holes in your bench. You can see holes and potential issues, like you said. You're 2-3 injuries away from a calamity under an ownership that's never proven themselves to you guys, never proven themselves that they're serious as an ownership. Bro, I'm telling you, that little bit of hope, just erase it with realism because it'll hurt more.
Yeah.
I think getting the Champions League and then going back a manager. Simple as that. That's what you got to do.
You guys can do it in January, though. That's the thing. Like, this one game a week, it's not going to come around often because you're not expecting to have a season that bad that you won't be in Europe next season. So if you're there now, you got to make the most of it. Like, if you're top in January, I'd be demanding at least
go all out. I'm talking all. If we're top in January, go and drop. We, according to Financial Fair Play, we can do 300 million. Go and do the whole lot. 100 million for Tony, no problem. Bring in 2 centre backs and a midfielder. Get rid of Giovanni Lo Celso. Get rid of Zinedine Denmark in Højbjerg. Right? Get rid of and go for it. Go. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this.
If you guys are there, it will show where the mentality of your club is.
Yeah, 100%. Right, go for
either
it.
Build on it, or
out.
you're just happy.
You know, Mandingo settings, go all in and go for it. Just go for it. Absolutely. Like, forget Arsenal and City. They'll be in the Champions League. Liverpool will be in the Europa League. Newcastle could be in the Champions League. Go all out for it. I mean, everything you've got. And Levy goes, right, there's your 300 million. If we can't get Tony, go and get Watkins. He's bagging goals.
It doesn't matter about what they're doing. It's just get them in now. Tell them, look, we are this close to a title. It's one game a week. We can play at an insane tempo, and we need you to plug
19 games away.
Take us closer.
19 games away in January would be. If we're where we are, he's got to go for it. Has to go for it.
And if he doesn't, you know where Tottenham stand. They ain't serious.
And this one game a week here is a myth. I'll tell you why, yeah? Just a little, listen, for my own pain, yeah? This one game a week is a myth. I'll tell you why. Because Tottenham, like Arsenal, have no leaders that's won anything. No leaders that have been there. I know now we've got Rice, but I'm talking about last season when we was in a very similar position to you guys this season. These players don't understand the pressure when it comes to 10 games to win the league, 15 games to win the league. It's all good right now with Tottenham because no one expects you. You know what I mean? There's no pressure right now. There's still loads of games. You need to be getting in, not only players of the quality, but players that are leaders, because you need leaders towards the end of the season. I saw my team bottling it against Nottingham Forest. I see my team bottling it with 10 games to go because we have a lack of leaders. And Tottenham have the same. I think it's fair to say that Tottenham have the same. I'm not saying that I don't like James.
We had John Terry, and as soon as we lost JT, we went from 1st to 5th, just like that. So, you know, that's a very fair point.
It's not just about personnel. It's not just about quality. It's about character. These players need characters, bro. And and I don't think there's enough characters at Tottenham, and I don't think there's enough characters at my football club. I'll be honest with you, there isn't. Most of them are very comfortable. Most of them don't like to play under pressure. Tottenham have always bottled it under pressure, and so has my club. And these things do take effect when you are now 10 games off of winning the league title. Every game is a must win. And this is why when we see players that are at, you know, with all due respect, a Bournemouth or a Brighton or a team, when they come to a bigger club that's in the top 6, it's completely different because they're under a completely different type of pressure. It's all good when there's nothing to play for. I've seen my club bottle the league or bottle cups and there's nothing to play for. We're not going to win the league. And then all of a sudden the players turning up. Why? Because it's a mental thing. All of a sudden, there's no pressure on you. So it's easy for you to play your game because you don't feel like you're going to be criticized. If Tottenham are 10 games in and you're going on to win the league, they know they're going to be under pressure. They know they must win. And that is not something that they're used to. Do you know what I mean? And especially with your club, it's so embedded for so many years, like my club. And now it's turned into Man United, where it's a club where now it's okay. You know, it's almost embedded now to be okay to be losers. The fan base get behind it. The ownership just give you another manager and another process. This goes through the players that we don't have to win. We don't have to. Is it any shock that players go to Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and they now look at Harry Kane? Look at his quotes since he's been at Bayern Munich. We have to win. He's developing the mindset of the football club. And it works in reverse. When you come to Arsenal and Tottenham in recent years, and now if it continues with Chelsea, it'll be, well, we don't win. Phase 4, Project Youth. Let's just keep going. And I do think it affects the players because they don't have to play. These men ain't stressed playing for Brighton because everyone's loading us up. If we play for Brighton, everyone's loading us up because we're playing good football. We don't need to win anything. As long as the football looks sexy, as long as I run down the wing, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to do anything. But these are the things. Like, look at your team. Where are the leaders? If there ain't enough leaders, bring in some leaders, not just the quality. I do like Ivan Toney, but he's not a proven winner, but I do like him. But you need more. That's going to push your team on. That's going to check players on the pitch. You know, it's not just about Ange. And this is the thing I get on to about football. But a lot of these fans that support our clubs, they've not seen winning teams. I'm sure there's a lot of Tottenham fans within the fan base. They didn't see you win the Carabao Cup, the Carling Cup. They didn't see that. So they're talking from the perspective of never seeing a winning team, but yet they're telling you what you should and should not do. Don't listen to them, man. I'm telling you. January, it's peak.
If we're up there, we've got to go for it.
Have to. I remember what you were saying. That reminded me of Harry Kane's quotes as well, because I remember him saying, what was it? At Tottenham, you could lose a couple games and it wasn't a crisis. It wasn't a big deal or anything.
We got Bayern Munich the other night. They went out the cup to a League 3 side.
Yeah, that is fucking insane, by the way.
That's like Blackpool beating City away. Or Blackpool beating City at home. That's like that.
That's crazy. I saw that I forgot the name of it. It was some third-tier team in
some
in
Wi-Fi password or something.
Mad shot. I big up to Ilya as well, saying great show. Big up the panel. Have a blessed night. Big up to you as well, my guy. Big up to Ian saying big up Lewis and the panel. We bear hope City, Liverpool, or Aston Villa win the title. Aston Villa, that would be crazy. Please not Spurs or Arsenal. It would be fucking unbearable, bro. I'll be real. I don't think you got a lot to worry about. I don't think Tottenham are going to be in the title race for too long, in all honesty, unless you really do a madness in the January window. Arsenal, like I've been saying, Arsenal they don't really look as scary as they did last season. They look like they're in a bit more control, but they're not dominating in terms of chances created. They're not as potent as they are up front. The midfield looks a lot more lightweight. I feel a lot calmer about this season than last season. Man City will just take it. And they should do it a lot easier than they did this season, which is very relieving from a Chelsea point of view. I've started to build a little bit. I like City a little bit just because they save me from having to deal with my rivals having trophy parades every season. City can win. I'll deal with one of my mates and whatever. I don't care. We still made him cry in Porto and he can never live that one down to me. So we stay winning. But guys, I hope you lot have subbed to Northside and Henry Wright if you haven't done so already, because I said Northside has to be on 5K by the end of this video or I'm going to be very, very disappointed. Henry, you guys should all be subbing over to his channel as well and getting him to 18K as soon as possible. We're going to be live on Henry's channel tomorrow, I think. What time is it?
Yeah, I don't know, 1 p.m., something like that, 2 p.m., whatever you can do.
Yeah, 1 or 2 p.m. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we're going to be live on Henry Wright's channel tomorrow afternoon, so keep a lookout for that. Northside, you got anything on your channel coming up?
Not today. Tomorrow I'll be cooking the super fans, saying that it's basically a free hit to go out this cup. So yeah, I'll be definitely ranting. Toxic and negative as always tomorrow, live and direct. So yeah, man, live tomorrow, nothing today. But yeah, big up Lewis for having me on, and Henry, nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah, guys, everybody head over to Northside's channel tomorrow. I'm going to definitely be there as well. And who are we redirecting to? United Spurs of America. Fuck it, we'll redirect to him. Big up to everybody. Head over there. Tell him Tottenham are getting pammed on Monday. And big up. I look forward to episode 2, just as long as we don't fucking lose. Big up, everybody. Like, subscribe. Up the Chelsea.